one more intelligent, enough capable of enslaving us, have the capacity of experimenting with us and eating us. Shall we call that is right or cruelty? Now let's pause for a moment, because this is exactly what we humans do to the animals every single day. We treat their suffering as invisible, their screaming is the background noise, and their bodies as the products. Ladies and gentlemen, this debate is not going to be announced or in the name lucratively about the animals, but about our humans, how we are treating them. Good afternoon to each and everyone present over here. At the very first, I want to appreciate and send a lot of love and affection to all the jury members and the entire team present over here. Here I am Smita Rani Panda, a first-year veterinary student from SOA University, going to debate on the for of this motion. Well, firstly, I want to focus on the point, what is cruelty? Because in my point of view, cruelty is not something when we kill someone and treat them badly, but it can be something when we are exploiting them very silently. It depends whether our cultivations, whether our civilization is based on the compassion or we are betraying them with cruelty. Well, as a veterinarian, I have many focused on various kinds of fundamental points. The first one, when the calf is separated from the mother the day after it burns, after feeding few colostrum, just because we can take that milk, is not that called as cruelty? When a chick is separated and killed just because it's a male, is not that called as a cruelty? When the cow is slaughtered in the slaughterhouse after many more forced pregnancy, is not that called as cruelty? Ladies and gentlemen, the real problem is not that animals don't speak. The problem is we don't listen. So here not the topic arises whether it is cruelty towards the animal or not, but the real thing it defines that how far we are obsessing with this, how far we are willing to take that civilization and how we are making it a trend for our purpose. Well, there are a lot of NGOs, governmental organizations, We for Animals, Animal Welfare Board of India, many more activities, laws, and many things. But they are all in just the sake of names. Well, in factories, houses, in the chambers, they are highly tortured. They are regulated in very high temperature when they are not needed. They are slaughtered whenever we just need the meat. Whenever there we have the commercial and beneficial of our own only. In many countries, in many advanced nations, people are switching to plant-based diet. That doesn't mean that they are forced to, just because their conscience have been developed. In many countries, we do worship the animals. In Buddhism, it is the fundamental pilgrim as well as the foundation of the spiritual growth. Just because they know the value of every being, they too have the rights, they too deserve the freedom to express their natural behavior, to express the joy, happiness, anger. And we are lying and hide behind the luxury, behind our own profits. We are worshipping the animals in the temple with the folded hands. But on the same evening, we are holding the knives and slaughtering the animals for our satisfaction, for our benefits in the slaughterhouse. Is not called as the cruelty? So basically, according to many acts, we prevent animals. But how far our conscience had not been developed yet? Well, in these major points, I want to focus on certain kind of fundamental ethics that lucratively we humans have all the capacity just to preserve them, just to respect them, just to provide all the rights they actually deserve. But thus we are providing it. It's not about those animals in the world which has been created in this planet to be preserved, to be respected. But we the well-being, we the humans, for our luxury. Before buying that leather jacket, we should focus that what are the consequences it's going to happen from our own luxury. I'm passionate about this. So lastly, according to my debate, I want to say a very, very amazing point. The thing is that before you release that chicken dinner, if your chicken dinner is that much of important, before buying that leather jacket, think it twice. Think it twice if you must. Because there is always a story untold. The mother who is waiting and never saw the child return. A father who waited in the vain, the family which torn apart. Now it's about you, it's about me, it's about everyone. That we gonna return that trust which we borrowed with compassion or gonna betray that with cruelty. Thank you and have a nice day.
ahead.